Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halal Consumerism Chapter 3 Part Number 3 Muslim Consumer Behavior. Factors affecting Muslim consumer behavior. There are 5 factors affecting Muslim behavior, which are religiosity, which is Islam, cultural, social, personal, and psychological. The first factor is religiosity. Religiosity is a mutual attitude of principles and practices in consecrated things or routine life, and it encourages the comprehension of one's association and duty to one another when one lives in a group. Islam is the second largest religion and one of the fastest developing religions on the planet because of the growing number of Muslims, that more than 235% over the past 50 years. In addition, Muslims account for 24% of the total world population, which is 1.8 million. Nevertheless, in the next 4 decades, Islam will grow faster than other religions in the world, rising from 1.8 to 2.76 billion Muslims by 2050. How a religion can influence consumerism. The influence of religion on consumer behavior is taken into account in marketing strategies from a marketing perspective. The performance of businesses, especially those that cater to countries where Muslims predominate like Malaysia, Pakistan, and Indonesia, must take the influence of religion on consumer behavior into account. There is a study examines the impact of religiosity or religious commitment on buyer behavior. It is based on the hypothesis that devoutness or religious commitment has a positive impact on consumer behavior. For example, with each Muslim dominated population has different religious beliefs compared to the dominant religious belief in the western part of the world. But despite Islamic guidelines on moderate spending and food consumption, the consumption and money spent on Western imported food has been increasing in Pakistan. Religion determines which things are prohibited and which are not affecting the consumer's consumption decision. For example, beef is prohibited in Hinduism while in Islam it is not. The consumption of pork is prohibited in both Islam and Judaism, but it is allowed in Christianity. In an Islamic society, consumers are governed by Islamic principles that provide them direction in their daily life. Muslims are given financial guidance, and the idea of moderation is stressed. This is so that they can strictly stick to the practice of moderation, which is what Muslims are expected to do. Now we turn to cultural factor of Muslim consumer behavior. As a step in deciding rate, culture is a key and significant aspect. Muslims viewed Islam as a divine norm, which they continue to uphold in their society. According to Wilson and Liu's findings, Islam should be understood by marketers because it has a strong cultural foundation. This results in a distinction between the social sciences economic perspective and logical contrast that are grounded in religion. psychological factor. According to Wilson and Hollanson, it seems that few halal brands can define rational and emotional explanation as well as operational interpretation. For example, emotions such as seduction are agonistic items that express related to Islamic brand, unlike offline advertisement. Online advertisement can be distributed effectively in a number of forms such as text, still image, sound, animation, or video. In addition, games and online entertainment can be easily integrated with the advertisement. Advertising appeals are the direct or indirect expressions of special advantages, motivations, and worthiness of a certain product in the form of advertisement. Thus, the consumers are encouraged to express interest in a particular product as a result of receiving advertising messages. The goal of advertising messages is to influence consumer behavior, product attitudes, and even purchase intention. Personal factor. Lifestyle, in its aggregate and broader sense, refers to distinctive patterns of living of a person. Lifestyle involves the economic level at which every person or people live. Patterns of spending their time and money, interests and priorities in their lives. Blackwell et al. Argued that the concept of lifestyle is broader than demographic and socioeconomic features. A large number of studies have shown that lifestyle is a significant variable that influences the way of using the internet for various activities. Social factor. Social theories have always showed that social activism may take several forms and can influence consumer behavior. Members of Islamic groups may be seen as engaging in a form of struggle when they buy halal goods in order to achieve a number of shared goals, such as fostering their unity and solidarity, showcasing their identity, and reaffirming their position in society. From the above discussion, we can conclude that the halal industry should adopt a multifaceted approach incorporating religious observance as its backbone, while also accounting for cultural, psychological, personal, and social variables. Ignoring any of these can result in a disconnect between the product and its intended audience, limiting market penetration and growth. Lastly, by fully understanding and integrating these factors, the halal industry can not only fulfill but also anticipate the complex needs of Muslim consumers, thereby securing a more stable and expansive market share. That's all for now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.